Well, greetings, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. This is Bob Martin, the RCSubGuy, with the Nautilus Dry Docks. And weekly update here, which is kind of like a bi-weekly update because we lost last week, like I told you. I was in Vegas for a huge construction exhibition for my real job and lost a lot of shop time. So got back in the shop this week. And it was my birthday on Tuesday. I took Tuesday off. Priorities, people. Priorities. But what did we get working on? What you're going to see here, we're building a crate to ship the little 72nd Alfa. We're going to be working on our big, this is 50th scale, Alfa. And, that's boxing up a bunch of orders, which is not very fun. But it's what we need to do here to look after our customers. So, interjected in this whole thing, you're going to see a little bit of footage from some pretty cool experiences that we had in Vegas in terms of the show content, including a space trencher, and we're going to take the Tesla tunnel under there, the tunnels underneath Las Vegas. I want to show you what that looks like. You know, we got to keep you entertained. We have to. So this is a 72nd Alfa that we just had out to the pond yesterday when Subhead Turtle is out. Had this custom case made by Greg Hempin. The idea here is the top drops down and it leaves this base, and that can become your pond stand. We got some pre-cut templates here that are going to form saddles for the boat to sit on, but I don't want the boat sitting on wood. So we're going to start by taking some of this self-adhesive foam, lining that cradle, and then it'll be nice and soft for when the boat sits in it. All right, the transport case is complete. I was going to show you all the stages of building it, but I mean, this is pretty simple stuff. The important thing is how it's set up. So again, we've got a base here that can form the basis of a boat stand. You know, when you come to the pond, you can work on it and everything right there. We got these verticals here, and they do a couple of things. They give a background for the cushioning foam in the back, but also when you're putting the lid on, it stops you from maybe coming down at the wrong angle and hitting the prop or dropping a box down on the bow. So it's notched. You can just drop the boat straight down. We've got foam on our saddles here, and then we've got our nice soft bungees holding everything in place, so it's locked down. I almost forgot. There's one other part of this boat that's really important, and it's the masts. And so I created some pockets here. These masts just drop in like this. They're separated from the boat by a little distance. So now those won't interfere with the top of the boat of the box. They won't get knocked and bent and everything. They're just stored nicely right there. Off on one side, off on the other. Drop it straight down, do up your latches, and you're good to go. And the way this is set up, we got the outside stringers here, so you kind of got a handle. You can lift up the boat, carry it around. I guess if you wanted to, you could put a handle on the top and carry it like a suitcase. Although, I'll say, you're probably going to need to be a little strong, you know what I mean? To do that, carry it one-handed. But, now that you got a box that's going to completely protect the boat during transportation and storage, and it will form as a boat stand when you get to the pond. Good morning. So the Alfa's all done. It's going to get brought over to storage there in a little bit. And I'm going to bring back my big 70-inch Disney Nautilus to replace on my stand out there. You guys have seen that before. It's really cool. And Ed stole my model that I had on there. So now I got to replace it with the other one, which is no big deal because the 70-inch is gorgeous. What I've decided to do, because I've only got this morning, maybe less than an hour, I'm just going to work on the wiring for the Alfa. So just as a reminder, and for anybody here who's just kind of tuning in for the first time, this is a 1/50th scale Ocean Research Alfa, no longer in production. I think it's about 68 inches long, thereabouts. 3D printed nylon prop in the back. And this is featuring what I like to call my Kraken control system, which is a series of completely waterproofed components. No cylinders, no dry compartments, no dry boxes. Everything lives in the wet. It is an air pump, low pressure, primarily, ballast system with a gas backup, which is what you see right here, this whole deal. So basically what will end up happening to dive, you open up this solenoid, air comes out, you dive the boat. To surface, if you're close enough, the intake for the air pump would be above the surface. You turn on the air pump and it blows air into the ballast tank, displacing the water, which goes out those little holes in the bottom of the ballast tank. It's not a sealed ballast tank. It's open in the bottom. If you're too deep and you want to get up quick, then you blow the emergency ballast or the gas ballast subsystem, and that blows compressed gas through this solenoid valve into the ballast tank, and up you come. Twin 8 amp lithium polymer battery packs. You'll never run out of juice in this thing. So where we're at right now, everything is installed, tested, ready to go. We need to waterproof all these guys. So that's what we're doing here right now. And in my previous videos, I showed you what that looked like. Let's just keep going. All right, so I'm out doing my normal job thing in Las Vegas, Nevada at the ConExpo show. We're outside. We just finished up where we were doing, and we want to get somewhere where we're not. And in order to do that, we're going to take the Vegas Loop, which is underground. That's the Boring Company, Elon Musk's company, and they run Teslas underneath in this tunnel thing. I've never done it. This is going to be our first time. So we scanned the app, quickly tapped in where we were going, and hopefully it's going to bring us there. So let's see what that looks like. This is about his like 853rd trip, so for him it's like, yeah, it's all right. So that was pretty cool. We got a Model 3 from the one part of the trade show to the other part of the trade show. This is all just still the trade show. It's crazy. But now we got to take a second one. We're going to the Encore. And now we get to ride in a Cybertruck, which is kind of cool. I've never done that.
I've never been in a Cybertruck. This is wonderful.
Oh, they're fantastic. If you just ever want to be pleasantly surprised, rent a Cyber Beast for a weekend. It will floor you how versatile they are and comfortable they are. They are fun to drive.
This is so fun.
Yeah.
Hi everyone, Renee here with Andrew, a senior project engineer, to talk about this super cool machine, really a prototype to go to the moon, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Please tell me more about it. I'm so excited to hear about this.
Yeah, so this is a technology development project Vermeer is doing in partnership with a company called Interloon.
Okay.
So Interloon is a space resource company, and their business model is to develop the equipment in the system to go to the moon, to dig in the lunar regolith,
That's crazy.
and try to harvest and return to Earth helium-3 gas.
That's insane. So Jason was obviously, he's very passionate about it. He's a bit of a background in it. So this all came together. You approached Interloon, is that how it worked, or?
Yeah, actually Interloon reached out to Vermeer.
No way.
Interloon had a need, on this future job site of theirs to continuously excavate material and put it into their processing facility. And when they looked across the world of who could help us do this, it became pretty obvious to them that Vermeer was the answer.
How amazing, they thought of Vermeer. So how is this machine different than, say, something that you would use on Earth?
Yeah, so the biggest difference that we have to face from Vermeer's perspective is the lack of gravity on the moon. So the moon only has 1/6 of the gravity of Earth.
Right.
So this machine as it sits here weighs 30,000 pounds. once we're on the surface of the moon, it only weighs 5,000 pounds.
Okay.
So because of that, we can't leverage that weight like we do on our traditional trenchers. And that led us to this design that we're showing here, which is a dual auger system that's spread forward. And as you're cutting, that allows the machine to be pulled down into the ground, and the weight of that material is helping anchor the machine to the ground.
What a fascinating project to work on. You must have had so much fun.
Yeah, it's been quite the experience. A lot of learning. You know, there's a lot of things that we've learned that we've started to apply to our other products as well.
Oh, really? Okay.
So.
Oh, that's wonderful. Awesome. Well, thank you so much for the interlude overview. I appreciate it. And I can't even say there's no crying and drilling. Like, this is no crying and moon drilling. Thanks, everyone.
All right, boys and girls, I am back in the shop after having been gone to Nevada to the ConExpo show last week, trying to catch up. I still got orders I'm trying to get out. Not much happened on the bench. Although yesterday I did manage to get about 45 minutes to work on the Alfa. So let's take a look. All of the wiring has been completed at this point. I've rigged up the air system. This has all been plumbed in. This is going to go up into the top of the tower here. All the subsystems are working. I got one little problem in that I'm having a hard time charging my gas. I got to give this another shot here. It just ended up not working at the last minute yesterday when I was on my way out testing. So I haven't really tried to evaluate it. We'll take a look at this in a minute. But everything else is functional. It's paired up to the radio. I've set the fail safes. Yeah, everything seems to be working. Doop. There we go. Let's plug it in. We'll show you, prove to you that it's working. Hold on. This is hard to do with one hand. There. Doop. Power. Doot doot doot. Doo-doo. Whoa, I like it. That's moving some air right there. And we got rudders. We've got dive planes. Boop, boop. We got, on the other end, we got, that was the wrong stick. Hold on a second. We got dive planes. And we got the pumpage situation. So here's the air pump. And if you listen, we can dive. Doop, doop. And then the other way doop, is my gas blow. But now I got to charge this thing up. Let's try. Let's just try and hope. Can you see what's going on? Who knows? Maybe my can is out of gas. That is a distinct possibility. Ready, set, charge. Radio. Nothing. What is going on here, people? Oh. No, that's more concerning. Why is the gases not coming out the hoses? I don't know why it's not working. I'm hoping it's not the solenoid. I gotta test it. But I gotta look after customers first. Not that guy's not a customer, but you understand what I'm saying. I got one of my shark kits in here that I printed a billion years ago. And now I need to ship it out. So we got to package all this up and get it out to the customer there. And then we got to also package this up. And then we'll go into some diagnostification on Alfa. Okay, guys, it's Friday, and we got some time in the shop this morning. I'm excited about that. We're going to be delving into why my gas backup's not working. That's something to do with the solenoids. Figure that out. By the way, printing one of my upgraded horizontal split Virginia kits for somebody. That's pretty cool. Just a note, auto still can't ship to the US. I had a very small number of those hardware kits and the photo etch and all of that stuff for those that I managed to transship through Canada, and we're almost sold out of all of those. So this is one of the fewer that I got left to offer. Before we get into that solenoid, though, a couple things. Logan's going to be here today. I don't know if he's going to make it into this video. As I mentioned last video, I got to take off on Monday for a work trip to Florida, which means, again, no shop time. So that kind of sucks. Whatever. Before we get into the solenoid, one more quick thing, which is kind of cool. So I told you I love free things, right? Sometimes you guys send me like super neat and rare and quirky stuff, so I'm excited about that. But this was kind of different. Got this in the mail. A book from one of my customers, Tony Guerra. Guerra? Apologize for butchering that name. The Silent Warrior, Price of Survival. He sent it to me to kind of like take a look and proof, but it sounds like he's a super interesting guy. I did a little bit of work for him for some Nautilus stuff, but in the book, it kind of goes into the whole history. He's a 2-tour Vietnam vet, and he's got 2 Purple Hearts, a combat action ribbon, meritorious medals. I haven't read it yet. I literally just got it, but it's not a long read. You know, and if you're looking for just something interesting, talking about, you know, his experience in the war and then after the war, dealing with all the outcome of that, give it a shot. You know, I can't think it's too expensive. Sure enough, Amazon, $10. $10. Silent Warrior, Price of Survival by Tony Guerra, $9.99. Normal price, $18.99. So, hey, good deal. All right, let's get to this gas backup. Now, you guys saw me build this in previous video. We got a pressure vessel and a solenoid valve. And what's supposed to happen when the solenoid valve opens, the gas should come shooting out the top, and it's not. It's not. If I hook up my leads here, it clicks, but nothing comes out. It's not clicking very click. There's not positive clickage. Let's just put it that way. It's not a big deal. I think I can fix this by, you know, gently and strategically pulling this out. I don't know. Boy, that's on there. I did a really good job. Now I'm going to have to cut that off. That's fine. But there is pressure in here. So I know the gas is in there. Right? It's just not coming out. The replacement solenoid is more positive clickage. This is like... So let me cut this. Before I do that, let's vent this gas so that it doesn't erupt on me. Oh, feel that cool down. Oh, yeah. All right. I'm going to slice this old one off, put the new one on, and hopefully it will all work. All right. I got the old solenoid off. That wasn't... It was a little bit of work. I don't think I had to worry about leaks on that thing or it coming off. But if I blow in here, I can't get it out. And if I give power to it, I can. So it seems to be working. What I'm wondering, and I don't know this for certain, sometimes these solenoids have an in and an out. I wonder if this particular design likes the in coming this way and the out going that way. All right, I got this working. Can you see? Yeah, you can see. For now, I'm just using a hose here, which is not ideal because there's pressure in there. All right, but we're just testifying right now. I got some pressure in there, and when I hit this, it's working. But I had to kind of massage it a little bit before it woke up. So I don't know. Maybe the diaphragms in these things are just like a little sticky at first and you got to wake them up. But it's working now. It's working now. So, bleed this pressure off, mount this new solenoid. I think this other one is fine. Anyhow, we're just going to fix it. We're going to replace it. And then it'll just work. It'll just work the very first time. Apparently, Super Duster is flammable. So even though this was fully vented, there's still some gas in there, and it's still coming out. I'm beginning to think that these particular solenoids don't like this particular application. Be it the cold gas or that pressure or whatever, but it's just not actuating. I can hear it trying to. And it worked with the hose. Yeah, I don't know. We're going to try this one. I had this sitting in the spare parts bin for about 800 years. But hopefully this will work. And it's got a marked direction in and out. So let's swapify this and see if that works. I am feeling much more gooderish about this solenoid. Okay, now we just need to waterproofinize this whole thing with some slathering of goop and such. Solder it back in and away we go, I guess. Connected, goopified, curing. Hopefully it works. It will. It'll be fine. It's going to be perfectly fine. But that done, what we're going to need to do is rig up an intake here for the air. And we got a bunch of periscopes here already. So what I'm hoping... Oh, look at that. Hollow. So we should be able to repurpose at least one of the existing masts to become the air intake here for the ballast system. Which means, basically, if you can get the boat up to periscope level, get that little periscope up, you don't need to use that gas backup at all. It can just use the low pressure blower, purge the tank up, and away you go. So that gas system, that gas subsystem, is only used in case of emergency. For lack of a better term, if you're too low and it's not coming back up and you panic, up it comes. And that's how I set up the failsafe in the radio as well. Loss of signal blows the gas ballast and brings it up to the surface. So we're doing pretty good here. I think tomorrow we'll work on the intake for the periscope, and provided I can get the gas system installed, we're going to be on to trimming next week. No, not next week. The week after, because I'm in Florida. Saturday morning. My goopy mess has all been purified. Everything is looking good. I just charged up the gas, and let's just see what happens. That's what you want to hear. A little tss, tss, tss when you want it to do that. Let's install it back in the unit there. You'll see, by the way, put a T on this. So we're going to have the air pump, the low pressure pump, go into this, and then this would go into the ballast tank. So basically one hose in the middle here. The gas system is like a little interjection, a little interruption in the hose, as opposed to a dedicated system. So back into the boat we go. Okay, we got the gas installed in the Alfa. That brings us to the conclusion of this week's video. We're going to demonstrate everything in the next video, which is probably going to be a little lot, because I leave on Monday, gone all the way through Sunday, and then we got to film more content. So it's going to be a little bit. You're just going to need to bear with me on this, and I apologize, but I'll make some money. But at any rate, hey, before I go, don't forget about Subfest 2026, taking place in Cahata, Georgia, which is pretty close to Chattanooga, Tennessee. It's like a 20-minute drive. It is absolutely, hands down, the standard for an RC submarine event. We have a great time. It is going to be absolutely epic. Head on over to the website, go under events, or it's right on the homepage, right smack dab staring you in the face. Sign up, come on out. You don't need to be an owner. If you're just interested in subs and you want to come and check it out and learn from some of the best people in the hobby, that is where you want to be. We got people coming all the way from England to this event, so it's going to be cool. Check it out. With that, I got nothing else for you. You have a great rest of your day, and we'll catch you next time.